Hello, and welcome to the World War One podcast with Elena. Today we will be talking about one of the most famous treaties, the Treaty of Versailles. This treaty may have been the end of World War One, but it was the beginning of a much larger problem. Let's begin with what the world looked like after the war. When the war had ended, the circumstances across Europe were all over the place. Changes were made to the empires and allies, the world's economy was severely damaged, and many new changes took place in society. Due to damage from the war, world trade was also disrupted and many farms, factories and businesses were destroyed. Most of the fighting had occurred in France and Belgium, so they suffered from physical damage to their country and lost millions of soldiers. Germany, on the other hand, did not suffer from physical damage, but the war effort they put in had left them with enormous debt, greatly affecting their once powerful economy. The US was the only country to come out of the war with a stronger economy. Now we know how everything looked, we can learn where the treaty came from. To answer this, we need to know what the Paris Peace Conference is. The Paris Peace Conference was held on the 18th of January 1919. The leaders of the former Allied powers all met to discuss the foundations of creating peace in the long run. The leaders of France, Britain, and the US, also known as the Big Three, had dominated the discussions on how to deal with Germany. And if you're looking for Germany, well, they weren't invited. Each of them had their own viewpoints as to how Germany was to be dealt with. France felt very strongly about their suffering and wanted revenge. They wanted Germany to pay. The US wanted world peace and self-determination. They wanted Germany to still be strong enough to trade. And stuck in between these two powers was Britain. Britain wanted a peace that allowed future generations to not repeat this horrific time and for Germany to be punished fairly. President Woodrow Wilson had also made a list of reasons, 14 to be exact, on how to bring about peace. Georges did not like some of Wilson's points and wanted the punishment on Germany to be harsher. So after around 5 months of discussing and debating, the treaty was finally made and was signed on the 28th of June 1919.